Hey everyone, we are live today to talk about neighborhood updates. So last time when we chatted, I was telling you about the different neighborhoods in Edmonton. On Tuesdays, we talk about Edmonton as a whole, and today we are going to talk about Edmonton as the different neighborhoods. So I am just realizing that I won't be able to share my screen. I was setting up a new setup so that the camera and the lighting is going to be better. And then guess what? Can't share screen with you because I had to unkeyboard. So isn't that? I don't know if any of you guys have that kind of issue. There's not enough outlets for things to cover anymore. So I apparently have to buy some extended things. So anyways, what neighborhoods are you interested in? Make sure to go below, and I'm going to look up different areas that are in and how they're doing. If you're curious about, if you live in Seacourt, for example, if you're curious about that neighborhood, just comment. If you comment on it, I can pull it up and we can look at the recent solds and how quickly things are moving, what the average price is in each neighborhood. Because when I talk on days about the weekly update, it's showing us what is happening in Edmonton as a whole and not specifically in there. So for example, it looks like it's a balanced market in Edmonton as a whole, technically more sellers. Each neighborhood's going to be different. The brand new neighborhood aren't moving as quickly. New builds aren't moving as quickly. And I mentioned where new builds actually show up here on MLS unless they're listed. So if you're curious about the value of your area or an area you're thinking of going into, please just comment and then I will pull it up. So for right now, because I am in the West End, I'm going to go take a look at the community of Deschênes. If you don't know where Deschênes is, that is a neighborhood that is actually West End, right off of Lessard Road. And currently there's only one active listing in Deschênes, and it's 479,500. Actually, it's not even, it's pending. There's an offer on it. It's a 700 square foot split level. So it's a 5-level split. So that has different levels when you walk into the house. You got one level for bedrooms, one level for kitchening, one level for another living space, and then one level for the basement. It's marketed for 36 days, and it is pending until November 24th. So tomorrow it'll be sold potentially, unless it comes back on the market. Now, if you take a look at the sold in the last 6 days in Deschênes, we have 2 properties that have sold in Deschênes, and they range from 410,000 to 500,000. The 500,000 one was a bungalow, and the $410,000 1,846 square 2-story. Now, I know that price point is quite popular. I'm curious what it looks like inside. I'm just taking a look at the pictures. It is a dated home. All the carpets are old and original. All the lighting is old and original. And there's wall border on the very tall. And what else in Deschênes? The Deschênes area is a really nice West End neighborhood. Oh, it's got a wood fireplace, and it looks like they've replaced the window or the patio doors. Now the kitchen is updated. It's like not original to the age of the home, but it is still dated, and it's like the smaller layout with no island tucked in the corner. They can backyard, but you can't see much of anything else. It's bad for 410,000, 2-story, 1846 square feet. That has 3 bedrooms above grade. Now, if you're looking for another neighborhood, another one I recommend to look at for starter homes is Jameson Place. So let's take a look. You own a home in Jameson. Are you curious what your house is worth? We'll pop it up here. We had 7 properties in the last 60 days, so last months, ranging from 340,000 to 499. And so this price point is a little bit lower in this area, and it becomes quite affordable. And it ranged $340,000 house with a 1,000 square foot bungalow, and we went up to $499 for a 1.5 story. It was only in the market for 9 days. 1.5 story is basically it's saying half of upstairs. Is what it's your old school open to above. So all the new homes, everyone open to above and the back. 1.5 stories are typically the front of the house missing. So when you come into the home, the layout is that it's all when you come in, and that whole second floor is missing, and then you've got half of the second story. That's why I don't call it a 2-story. And that house was at, yes, $499, and I'm just gonna see if it was up at all. For people that are watching live, please feel free to put in any comments. This house has been updated. I wish I could show you the pictures. I will make sure this was working next time. But yes, there is it is updated. I would say updated but not renovated. They're showing more pictures of the outside, and it's a big backyard. And if you live in the area and own a property in there, your range of value is probably in the $450 range, depending on what your house is. And then if we look at another area, so these are the older ones. We'll go even older. So if we go into Linwood, I actually went to school in Linwood Elementary School. And Linwood are mostly bungalows. In the last 60 days, 4 places is sold. And so you're seeing, I just showed you one that was 2 houses sold in the last 60 days, one that was 7, and one that's 4. So that is a slower market, because usually in spring move that slowly. And the average days on market in this area is about 22 days on market. It's 16 days, 22, and 37. And they're all bungalows. So in Linwood, primarily bungalows, and the range of 410 or 409 all the way to 442. So they average about 428 in Linwood. So again, I'm not super surprised. The square footage on the smaller side, about 1,000 square foot, one floor. Biggest one was 12 square feet, and the most expensive one that for 442.5, that's 1121 square feet. Great huge front yard. The backyard is nice size. And the front and the inside the house, it's clean, it's updated. It's not, the furniture is just that looks kind of dated. If you take the furniture away, it's not too bad. There's a wall of wood paneling. The kitchen itself has been painted or painted. I just gotta check closely here. Those look like just painted doors. So sometimes on photos you might think, oh, it's a new kitchen. It's not a new kitchen. They just painted it. I can tell the profiling of the cabinets. 442 high side in terms of a house that's still relative, but Lynn was located. Look at the map here. Basically, on the south side of Linwood is the White Drive, and on the north side, 87th Ave, and to the right is 140th Street. The east of Linwood on the left is 159th Street. So Linwood is a great West End neighborhood that also great for starting to buy in the neighborhood. Now, another neighborhood I typically like to suggest to clients is Mayfield. Mayfield is another great starter area in the West End of Edmonton. And Mayfield here has properties that have sold 60 days, and 202, 355. So our price point, but now forget, I would say 202 to 295 are all homes under 1,000 square feet. 88 to 986 the biggest, and then even the homes over 300 are only 1,000 square feet, and there was one that was 931 square feet. Majority of bungalows, with the exception of one that's a bi-level is very similar to a bungalow as well. So those are my top areas that I'm going to feature. Somebody commented on a video before asking them about Millwoods. I don't typically sell in Millwoods, but they wanted to know about Kiniski Gardens. So Kiniski Gardens had 13 properties sell in the last 60 days, and the lowest price is $294,500 to $406,000, and the average days on market is about 24 days on market. And these range from stories, split level, and there's one bungalow out of all of them. And yeah, there's certain pockets in Kiniski Gardens. Well, they're really small 2 stories. If you have a 2-story that is 1,000 square feet, you have to understand that's 500 on each, roughly speaking. So it can feel really crowded, especially if you're living and renting in an apartment. So if you have questions about what the real estate market is doing in your neighborhood, make sure to comment in this video, and I will pop up next. Now, next week I'm way on vacation, so 2 weeks from now, I will come back and share with you what is going on in your neighborhood.